I speak of long days, long seasons of hard work, of a tradition older than this nation itself. I am a farmer. I was born to the earth. My generations are of the land.
WHO Farm Radio time is 7 minutes before 6 o'clock. Tell you what, we're going to, as a service to all of you agricultural people, we're going to present livestock markets.
At Eastern terminals, U.S. 1 to 3, 200 to 250 pound butchers sold at $49.50 to $50.50. Butcher hogs were selling today from $1 to $1.50 higher.
I broke the land with my crude plow. In the east, in the south, in the Midwest, in the west. I went as pioneer, and in each new place, I made the land keep its silent promise of great harvest by soaking it with my sweat and my hopes, with my love. It has become as one with me, and I as one with it. My home stands on it, a simple, proud place. My children were born to it, grew on it. My forebears are buried on it. From long ago, we were destined to be inseparable. The world changes. The crude plow is gone, a relic in a museum. But I still plow, and I still plant, and, God willing, I still harvest. Just as my father did, just as my grandfather did. That remains as it has always been. A familiar cycle of growth that time has not touched. I was on the land in colonial times, just hanging on at first, but doing better as years passed, getting the knack of a new place far from home. I had family in every country of the old world, but I was an American farmer. So were my neighbors and just about everyone else in the colonies. Farming was my heritage, but my family passed down to me. It was all I knew. Big plantations grew tobacco for the English. We grew for ourselves and those around us. Eating what we harvested, corn, some cabbage, squash, beans. It wasn't an easy life, but it wasn't a bad life either. Still, the land started to get tired. Maybe we worked it too hard. A lot of people gave in to the temptation of moving on. I never blamed them, but after all those years, my roots were too deep to pull up. I stayed. $50. I hear the tobacco auctioneer's familiar song. It sings a salute to those who stayed east. The words come fast, tumbling off his tongue, a private language hard to understand. But they tell of more than the price of tobacco. They tell of a country's first cash crop, still planted and harvested where that country's agriculture was born. They tell of the eastern farmer still on the land after more than 300 years. Still working the soil from Maine to Florida. They tell of continuity, growth, strength, determination. They tell of some land gone sour, and of land that is sweet again. I walked together with the farmers of the South. I see the huge fields of cotton stretching out to the horizon in Alabama and Georgia, in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, and the Carolinas. I see the gentle white bloom and feel the ghostly presence of the cotton gin, a tiny machine born in the mind of Eli Whitney almost 200 years ago. Its descendants now rumble through the fields, brawny, complex machines. But it is the gin of long ago that fathered these fields. Before it, they were bare, unused, unwanted. In no time, cotton became king in the South. King Cotton. And the huge, lovely fields stretch out before me. I was there when they left the East Coast. We were just a young nation then. They went west any way they could. Those with a family, with things to move, got in wagons and bounced over the Cumberland Road. Any way folks could think of to get off the hurting, worn-out land in the East. It was a big exodus heading for the unknown prairie lands of the Midwest, just to start over again. It was slow going. There was plenty of time to think and dream. They all dreamt about the land they were going to find, how it was going to be lush and green and new and just waiting for the plow. But the same plow that cut so easily through the loose soil of the East wasn't made for the land west of the Alleghenies. It balked, got stuck, nearly came apart in that gumbo prairie sod. That only got people's backs up. So they set their minds and muscles to making a new plow. Tried one thing and another until they found something that worked. Cut right through that turf. A steel plow they named the Prairie Queen.